name is Tim Schmidt. I am running segment 16 from Van Wert, Ohio to Cuyahoga Falls, 177 miles in 6 days. My buddy Anthony Carlson ran the segment last year. I don't remember the number, but he was in Nebraska and Iowa. Anthony and I worked together at the St. Louis Rams for a couple years. We bonded right away at the Rams and have just stayed in contact over the years. He started running again when I was running again. Once I saw that he was committed to this, he had talked to me about the miles that I was running just to run. We just reconnected again and started, keeping tabs on each other, challenging each other with miles and stuff like that. And if Anthony's into something, if he's committed to it, it's probably a good cause. It's probably something worth investing your time, your energy, your money into. So that was a big stepping stone for me, was his commitment to this. Well, my wife first said that she thought I was nuts. Nobody really seemed to comprehend the miles. They were like, wait, but is it segment? So we're 19 people splitting up 177 miles. And when I correct them and say no, that I was just doing that, they're like, but that's more than a marathon a day. How are you gonna do that? Why are you gonna do that? Most people just thought it was like a preposterous number to hit in a week. So that was the consensus for the most part. I've been pleasantly surprised with how my body's responded. I think minus the one blister on my foot and, a couple soreness things in my knees and in my calves. Other than that, I've felt really solid. This made me really reevaluate running as a whole. Before it was all about speed. Let me try and PR in a 5K, PR in a 10K, PR in a half marathon. But then I started running with a running group that is all shapes and sizes of people, all ages, all paces, and everybody's a runner. I think everybody can be a runner. It's the one thing workout-wise that I think everybody can do in some capacity. I think it's definitely made me reevaluate, what each person is capable of, regardless of their athletic background. At the time when I had first started following Anthony and talking to him more about it, I didn't, to my knowledge, know anybody that had it. I knew of MS, what it in general was, but not specifically. After getting involved, talking to Anthony more, applying, and then eventually getting the segment, it seemed like every week there was another person that I had heard of. Where my wife's aunt has MS. My father-in-law's cousin passed away from MS. My mom's cousin has MS. It's just grown further and further of somebody close to me knows someone who either lives with it or was affected by it. And it's then obviously meeting all the people that are running the segment too, who have MS, or dealing with the same training schedule, dealing with the elements, the heat for a lot of people. Everybody always asks, what was your why? What's your reason? And I think my reason really started to grow after I was accepted to run a segment with each of the people that are running the segment, and then also meeting people along the way, like Matt, who ran with me. Had never met him in my life, talked to him on Instagram. He asked if he could run. We stayed in contact about training, and then he ran 30 miles with me. So we spent, 7 hours together on Sunday, and it's just really cool to see the impact that this organization can have. It started as a little thing. It started as more of a goal to help a good organization, and then it turned into being far more personal than I thought it would be. There's people out there that I've never met, that we don't know, that are affected by MS, that this organization can help. Having those random people give you a wave on the side of the highway, truckers waving to you as they move over, construction workers looking at you confused, but then giving you a wave as you're running by. I just think it's a once in a lifetime kind of thing. I'm just trying to embrace each mile, embrace the struggle of it all, and take it step by step, mile by mile. I feel great right now. I know that my leg's going to be pissed in a little bit, but feel great. It's awesome to have support at the finish. The finish was great. Weather's been great. Feeling lucky, honestly, for the week. It's just the connections along the way that have been the coolest part. The miles have been, fun, I guess you could say, but I think just the connection to a new community. It's a passionate group. It's a caring group. It's a supportive group. So I think that's what I'll probably miss the most. The training and the week itself took a lot of mental focus. I knew that I had that in me somewhere, but I'd never. This is the most I've done physically. It's probably the biggest physical feat I've ever completed. It would probably lead to an injury, but I could probably do a little bit more as a fulfilling thing for sure. But I'm just grateful. I think is at the end of the day grateful for the team that's helped me get through it, the support of the other runners, support of friends and family throughout the whole journey, the patience of my wife with the training, the amount of time I had to put in to do this. It's just been a little bit overwhelming in a great way. I think that's probably been the best part for sure.